Hello, and welcome to my final pre-election vidcast. First of all, a quick word about Mayday 2015 in London here. Better than last year's non-event. 3 street rallies, all more or less spontaneous. 2 on Tower Bridge and 1 outside the port doors in Aldgate, consisting of troublemakers, squatters, housing activists, anarchists and the disenfranchised. Plus a multitude of sound systems. Also, an unscheduled, unofficial parade of 400+ from the tip of the East End, here in Aldgate, to Soho in the West End, via the City of London. Rowdy, noisy, in your face, with some minor altercations with the police, but no arrests. We left our calling card. Enough said about that one. So back to the real, or more realistically, unreal politics of general election 2015. It's another royal parasite, or Eraserhead baby. During their supremely choreographed rallies, all the leaders break off from their turgid bleatings to gush their obsequious, heartfelt congratulations. You can expect such grovelling from the likes of Tory Cameron and Nick Dregg. Also, Miliband, Redhead or Deadhead. But what about the assembled Labour Party faithful? Not one of these stuffed dummies raised a single voice of protest at this sickening drivel. Party of Labour? The working class? Party of the monarchy, more like. This will be my final pre-election vidcast, unless something interesting happens, like a party leader being assassinated. Fat chance, unfortunately. So, do I go back on anything I've said in my previous vidcast? Well, yes, a kind of, but nothing dramatic. I no longer think that UKIP will get about 10 seats. More likely 4. About 1 seat per million votes. Unfair? You bet. But that's the unreformed, corrupt system for you. Has the UKIP rocket firework given its final dazzling display to return to the gutter from whence it came? Will their leader Nigel Farage be denied his seat by what for UKIP will be a bad night of seconditis, like so many of their candidates? Any punter will tell you second is no good in a first-past-the-post scenario. Despite their dismal tally of seats, I doubt we've heard the last of these loonies, and in particular, their agenda. I reluctantly decided to cure my insomnia by tuning into the final leaders' debate on Thursday. They were given a mild grilling by what appeared to be yet another question time type right-wing selected audience. Immigration, the deficit, tax, the same old crap. Everything, the rallies, the debates, has been totally stage managed, fake and phony. Do I retract anything else I've said in the previous pre-election vidcasts? No, certainly not. The Lib Dems droning on about red lines is enough to have you chopping the white lines. In reality, they are defending each seat they hold individually. It'll be more Alamos than Rorke's Drifts as their 60-odd seats melt away. Meanwhile, Labour unveiled a 10 Commandments stone tablet. Lies and crap set in stone, with a promise to working families. What about the rest of the working class? Too embarrassing, are we, the bottom 20%, even to merit the slightest mention? I hate the Tories, but Labour really deserve to lose, and they most certainly will. Remember what I said about the last-minute swing to the Conservatives in my previous vidcast, and how that will be manufactured? Well, wait and see. Cry your eyes out, Polly Toynbee and Owen Jones. Cameron and the Tory scum will certainly gain the majority of the popular vote and win most seats. It was always going to happen. There's too many turkeys in this country voting for Christmas. It's going to be a hung parliament, unworkable, chaotic, total, utter confusion. If the Conservatives cannot form a workable coalition, neither can Labour. It's a stalemate. Maybe the Queen, God bless her, will call the leaders together and regally command them to drop their minor differences and form a grand coalition after months of parliamentary confusion. After all, when it comes down to it, they're all more or less the same. So, it's going to be a hung parliament. The only hung parliament I'd like to see is all the politicians dangling from the lampposts around the square. Vote for these creeps? Do me a favour, will you? It's hilarious also that the SNP and their popular leader, Nicola Sturgeon, if they were to put up candidates south of the border, would probably gain 1 million+ votes. But really, what's the point of voting in their election? It only encourages them. It's us dogs merely choosing the colour of our collars. And as any dog, if they could speak, would tell you, each collar comes with a lead, which could become a noose at any time our masters decide. So, am I going to cast my vote? I am. Here it is. Straight into the bin where it belongs. Hopefully, I'll be seeing you all on the streets in the forthcoming post-election turmoil. Bring it on, big style. Back soon with the post-election post-mortems.